Town of Orangetown Town Board meeting of Tuesday, October 10th, 2023. Rosanna, on a...
Councilman Tom Tiffany.
Here.
Councilman Paul Valentine.
Here.
Councilman Jerry Vittori.
Here.
Councilman Brian Donahue.
Here.
Supervisor Teresa Kennedy.
Here. And we'll, on the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Glasses here. Okay. So, some of you may know there was a couple of services taking place around the county this evening at 6:45 in regards to what's happening over in Israel. And this town board had contemplated trying to push our meeting back, but we have 5 public hearings, and it gets complicated when you publish hearings or whatever. So we made the collective decision not to change the meeting, but we are going to have a moment of silence in light of the numbers we keep hearing keep going up. So if you'll just all join me in a moment of silence. Stand up. Okay, thank you. I don't know what the protocol is. He said we're supposed to stand up. I don't know. Okay, so we do have a couple of announcements. Saturday, October 14th, from 8 to 11:30 is the free paper shredding event. Just to be noted, it's at the Tappan Zee High School parking lot. It's normally here, but in light of the construction, we thought it might make sense to move it. And again, that's run by our town clerk over there, who works on that diligently. And just if you would bring either non-perishable food item or a donation for the people-to-people local food pantries. The Pearl River Farmers Market is going to continue. We did have 2 days, somewhat rainy days, but overall it was a success. So this coming up the next Saturday, unfortunately, it's going to be wet again, but it is Pearl River Day, so we will not be having the farmers market. But it will then be the 2 weekends after that, the 21st and the 28th, and we can only hope that one of those days is nice and dry and sunny. So that's on the Central Avenue field, and like I said, it's been a great success, so we're going to keep it going. The following public hearing is scheduled for November 14th, a local law on the application of Hudson Valley iCampus, which is the IRG/old Pfizer property on Middletown Road, to permit hotel and standalone fitness center in the LI district. So that's on for November 14th. Tonight we do have some presentations. We have some local Girl Scouts here who are getting their silver award. They're sitting up there in the front. We have Maeve McGee and Kirtana Sujith. They're from Girl Scout Troop 40431. And they made little free libraries. And so we do have certificates for you. And I know that it's at the Cherry Brook Park is where the free library, the book is? Okay. And they do, good, perfect. I'm gonna ask them to come up. And just so we know, can anyone go over there and put books in? Because I have some books. And you guys, you can come up to the mic. And is it any particular age? You can put any kind of book. I mean, age-related book. Yeah.
Maybe like
It's mostly like 5 to like 9 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we also have some books for like adults who might be at the park and stuff like that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you guys want to say something? It's all yours.
I feel like you covered most of it, but yeah, we made a little free library in the Cherry Brook Park. And what books do we use? Like where?
And we used books from the Pearl River Public Library, like weeded out books that have been removed from the shelves,
Like uncirculated.
Yeah, to put in the library for kids and adults who might be at the park. So yeah.
Now, I have a question for you. Did you girls actually do all the physical labor on it? Or did you have some help?
Yeah.
You did?
We built it.
We painted it, and we did have some help from our parents and
Okay.
some friends that we helped as well. But yeah.
Very good. That's very exciting. And so you guys got your silver award for that. Very impressive, very impressive. So we have some certificates from you. We really do appreciate it. It's a nice addition to the park. So if we want to take a picture, I can just hand these to you. And there you go. And if you want to get up. You go to all of us? Thank you. Okay, so we can go into the workshop of our agenda items. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we have a couple public hearings. These are on the first one's the Blowout Fire Company for one-year contract. Then we go to the library districts for number 5. And I know Denise Sullivan works hard on these to make sure we get everything in order. Then we close or continue. Public hearing. Okay, so we open the public hearing on the preliminary budget on number 7. Then we continue, and I'm going to presume. Then we're going to resume the public hearing for the property on 90 West Madison Avenue. I know somebody's very excited to have that done. Thank you for your patience. I don't think we're going to have a problem with that. And then close or continue, then adopt. Number 12 is the comprehensive plan. We're going to vote. The public hearing has been closed, so there's no speaking per se at the public hearing on it. And just while we're here, it may make sense to try to explain, because, you know, this got very complicated. The county kept sending comments to each version. So we actually have a couple of whereases that we have to vote on. So basically, there was a whole bunch of comments. I think you guys are overriding all of them.
It was 7.
So there's,
Three, I just want to mention.
go ahead.
In the resolution, some of the county comments were just addressed in the
Right.
in the
right.
plan itself.
Right.
So that's just that. At the end, I think what you're referring to
Is the resolve.
on
that you
page,
resolved.
right,
Page 16.
16, is, there's one set of comments to be overridden from, it's really last year, and then the second set. So as I discussed with Rosanna, I think you were asking that there be 2
Yeah, resolution.
roll calls. A roll call on that.
On the first one and then on the second
Overriding
one.
the October
This is the
24th.
first. It's a first for me to be. voted on
2022, and on the September
Okay.
22nd, 2023.
And it's just, again, at this point, you know, rather than go through them one by one, it made sense to break them up this way and be done. Okay.
So it's just really 2 votes on overriding or not
Correct.
all the comments,
Right.
because they gave us 2 comments on 2 different dates.
Yeah, but some of them, I mean, it.
That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
But Rob, I just have a question. The first, like, resolution number 12, it says we updated the comprehensive plan. We're not overriding the county on that.
Right, that's what I was saying. If you look in the whereas,
Here, page-
some of them are
Yeah.
comments that, the planner helped address each comment that they made, and some of them were, that's already addressed,
Right,
or,
right,
we
right.
made the change that you suggested.
So you don't
The
have to
overrides
override
are different. So those are more just for the record, just so
Like,
that's
there
in
was
the
a comment
record.
on a map, and when they fix it, so that's not in here, because they
Right.
fix it. Right.
All right.
Well, it's addressing the comment of,
Right.
without an
We address
override.
the comments, you don't have to override, right. So- Okay. So that's over, and then, okay, then 13. Okay, is adopting it. 14, we have to do the standard workday. This is for the retirement system. You have to keep calendars, and Brittany changed her number, how many days she's working, so she had to keep a new calendar. Number 15 is approving an addendum to the LaBerge Group. This is for additional services relating to the parking study and parking law in South Nyack. We got a lot of good feedback from that, so they are, from the last hearing, so they're incorporating some of the comments. I think we're going to have a meeting on it to kind of try to get a final draft. 16 and 17 are tax certiorari proceedings, settlements of them. 18 is approving a settlement claim. I think we had all approved that. It was under 10,000. And our town attorney, they brought it in at 9,500, so they saved us $500. Number 19, authorizes supervisor to sign a pilot agreement with Rockland County Gardens Housing Partners Limited Partnership, known as 84 North Franklin Street. Anybody have any questions on that? We can ask Rob. Number 20, we're designating, installing a memorial sign at Depot Place in South Nyack after Chief Brian Connect, am I saying it properly, place?
That's correct.
Yeah, so they'll do a name unveiling at some point on that?
November 4th.
No, yeah, okay. Number 21 is the town leaf removal overtime budget. I know Jim wants to speak about it. Would you prefer he spoke in now during the workshop?
Sure.
Jim, you want to come up?
Thank you. I did send an email this afternoon. Not sure if you had a chance to look at it. Basically, that's what I want to talk about. Item 21 proposes $260,000 for overtime for leaf removal. My suggestion was $290,000. That $60,000 reduction will put us where we were last year, which turned out not to be very good. I'll give you some of the rationale behind that. I did attach the charts which actually show the amount of hours and the production that we've had picking up leaves from 2017 through last year, 2021. Up until, 2022. Up till 21, our average for overtime for picking up leaves was around 290,000. It fluctuated between 280 and 300, but basically the average was that. Last year, we were substantially down. Let me get the number. We were down to less than 230,000, which actually put us far behind where our schedule had been to get the leaves picked up. The way we have planned over the years for the leaves is to begin the beginning of November and put maximum effort into the first week in December. And up until last year, we've had at least one round completed by the end of November each year into that first week. Last year, we didn't get the first round completed until December 15th. Basically, it was because we lost a substantial amount of overtime that we would have used earlier. That created a situation where the first group of people that we picked up in the first week of November waited 7 weeks till we got there to see us again, because we can't go back and start again until we complete the whole township. And the numbers, if you have any questions related to what I showed you based on our previous years, were also based on previous year's salaries that were lower. So at the $290,000 that we're requesting this year, we're actually still cutting hours compared to what we used in previous years. I think this is, by doing this, if we don't put it back to the amount of time that we need to get the job done, we're actually cutting service to the taxpayers. And they should know that that's going to happen. And as I've said in the past, and I note here, if we get a snowstorm or a deep freeze at the end of November or early December, it's going to push the leaf season into January, possibly February. There are a couple of reasons for that. We use the same equipment for both processes. So we have to tear down to plow snow, and then we got to go back to picking up leaves. If the leaves are frozen or packed with snow, the production rate goes down by 60%. So saying that it's going to happen in January and February is not unreal. And this year, we didn't finish the program. 22 to 23, we didn't finish till the second week in January, which increased our calls from residents asking us when we were going to come to pick up leaves by 40%. To be fair, we took over, last year was the first year that we provided leaf service for the village of South Nyack, which actually goes back to 1878. They have a lot of old streets, small streets with a lot of trees. So they increased our bulk pickup by about 20%. So I think the $290,000 will give us the amount of money that we need to be able to put it back to get the first round done before the first or into the first week of December. which gives us a much better chance of avoiding being hit with a snowstorm with 39,000 yards of leaves on the ground. We did pick, normally we're around 32, 33,000. Last year, we were close to 40,000. And I think a lot of that is due to the additional leaves from the additional 9 miles of road in South Nyack, which also added over 500 residential units. So we normally figure 11,500. Now we're looking at 12,000 residential units, that most of which take advantage of our leaf pickup. And even if they don't, it's a benefit to them because leaves can plug up the drainage systems, reduce the size of the roads, create dangerous conditions with the kids playing in it. It happens. Accidents are caused by it. People park on leaf piles and their catalytic converter goes up and the cars burn out. So I think it's serious to look at the idea that we need that 290,000 to get the job done. And whatever happens this year, it's not going to impact the tax this year. It's going to have to come out of fund balance, which is a substantial fund balance available to pay for this. So-
Okay, thanks. Anybody have questions for Jim? No? Questions for Jim, anybody? No? Okay, thank you. I do want to ask Jeff a question, though, because we did meet with Jim on this, and my understanding was this was adjusted for the South Nyack, addition of South Nyack. Is that fair, or am I misunderstanding?
Well, in the year that Jim talked about, he saw a roughly 19% increase in volume. Now, how much of that was actually related to South Nyack is questionable. They added about 5% to our assessed base in terms of, volume that way, but whether there's a greater increase, whether it was a one-year off thing or whether it's a ongoing thing is we'll find out over the upcoming years, whether it adds 20% every year or not. Did we adjust for that? No, we did not. I would say that in the past 2 years, in 22 and in 23, the actual numbers for overtime were right around 230,000. But in years prior to that, it was a little higher than that. So what the 230,000 was Jim had a request of 290,000, and the board in the last couple of years has defunded the day after Thanksgiving and the Saturday, which is 2 overtime days, which are roughly $30,000 apiece. So that's where the rationale came for the 230.
I think, keep in mind, last year we only had 63 hours total. Forget about what days they were. And if we don't have those additional 13 crew hours, which can be used in November or early December, you're not going to get the bulk of the leaves picked up.
But
before
isn't
the first
because the
week.
day after Thanksgiving is considered a holiday in our contract, so they get double time?
And we didn't do that last year.
Well, they get
Right.
holiday pay automatically for
Right.
8 hours, and then if they're working on that, they get paid double time. So they're automatically granted the holiday no matter what, but if they work on that, they get an incremental double time for that whole day. And at that point, when they work the Saturday, that's all double time because they're above the 48 hours so for the week. So then that incurs another whole day of double time. So that's why each of those days is roughly an incremental $30,000.
So last year, we did not work the Friday after Thanksgiving. However, it was reduced by $60,000, which takes away too many hours. We only have a period for like 4 to 5 weeks where we have the weather, we have long days, where we can actually work that time. Takes over 11,000 hours to pick up the leaves.
So they didn't, was it that they worked the Saturday then? They didn't work the Friday?
They work the Saturday, not the Friday.
They worked the Friday, not the...
And what the board does is we set the budget. And
Right, Jim used,
then-
I get it, I understand. No, I understand. He used it however, yeah, no, I
But if
understand.
you pick a day that's not double time,
Right, you get,
still getting the same labor.
Which, that was our plan last year. However, it was substantially cut. Take $60,000 out of a $290,000.
But Jim, it really, again, from our perspective, and you use it how you use it how you want, but for us, it was 2 days of the overtime, and it's because they are holidays, and, you know, they're $60,000 for 2 days. That's a lot of money for 2 days. So, you know, I don't know how it went from, you know,
So if it took 2 days to pick them up, even if it took 4 days at the end, it shouldn't take a month.
Right, it shouldn't have been a month. It's something.
But it
you know.
does, because once you get into the December, the production ratio goes way down. So I'm telling you, first of all, time goes back. So you lose the daylight. So you can't work during the daytime. If it gets cold and they pack, we do everything with vacuums, which is by far the most efficient way to do it. But when it starts to freeze, it reduces, you know, the amount of leaves you can pick up. You can pick up a heck of a lot more loose leaves than you can when they're wet and they're frozen. That's all.
Okay. Anybody else have questions for
It's
Jeff?
actually no way around it. If we don't have the money, we're reducing the level of service that people have received in Orangetown for
Right, but
years.
Jim, when you said, last year when we went through this and you put out your thing that said leaf gate, you know, people got upset. They thought we were doing no leaf pickup. They thought we were cutting all leaf pickup. I got these crazy people upset we weren't picking up their leaves. I said, no, we cut 2 days from overtime. And the most people then thanked me for, you know, watching the budget. But, so, I mean, I think to say that 2 days being cut is as dramatic, again, and we've talked about it. I know we have a difference of opinion about what happened last year, but, I mean, I'm not the only one who thinks that there was a slowdown, that, you know, and we disagree. I'm not going to, you know, but it's not just me.
Okay.
It was said to me, so, by others, so.
Anybody can try to make that
No, yeah,
an
but-
argument.
yeah.
However, this is what I'm concerned about. That didn't happen. We have all the numbers to show that.
Jim, and
I don't
I'm
want the
not-
highway department to be blamed
Okay.
for not
I-
doing their job, and me not bringing it to the public's attention, that you're underfunding a program that we did successfully for over 25 years.
Okay, thank you. What's somebody else
Thank
say?
you.
Okay, number 22, I guess our Girl Scouts left. We're going to be accepting the little library from the Girl Scouts, accept their donation. Number 23 is approve a water contract. This is for the Elizabeth Place Park Playground in South Nyack. We got, Allison over there worked very hard to get money from the ARPA money to replace the playground over in South Nyack. So that's the $200,000 that's in there is being covered by a grant. Accept donation of memorial benches. We have 2 benches there. I guess from the Jacobs family, I'm not really sure, but. Number 25, accept a grant award for the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee Police Traffic Services Program. We'll always take money if the state wants to give it to us. Number 26, approve the agreement with Debt Book, lease and subscription software for our finance department. If you have questions, Jeff will be happy to answer them for you. And then we have a bunch of lend of assistance. We have Pearl River Day, Piermont Chamber of Commerce Oktoberfest on October 21st, Tappan Reformed Church Fall Fling on October 21st, Montefiore Nyack Foundation Rides and Strides October 22nd, Nyack Chamber of Commerce Halloween Parade October 28th, 2023 Tappan Fire Department 5K Run on November 12th. It's a very hard run, if anybody wants to give it a shot. And then we have the audit. So, can I get oh yeah, should we do the public hearings first? Okay, we're gonna go right to the first public hearings. They should be quick, and then we'll open it for public comment. Number 3, can I get a motion to open the public hearing for the contract for the Blauvelt Fire Company?
Moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I don't believe anyone is here signed up to speak on that. Is there anybody who would like to speak on the contract with the Blauvelt Fire Company?
Move to
Nope.
close.
Move to close from Tom Divany, second.
Second.
Brian Donahue, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Library.
Okay, now we're going to open the public hearing. Did we vote on this, though? To close out the public hearing, I closed. Can we do that somewhere else?
You can close the hearing, you can vote on it.
At a different point? Okay. Number 5, open a public hearing for the one-year contract with the Orangetown Library District, which is all 4 of them. Motion?
Moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Once again, there's nobody here signed up to speak on the library contracts. Okay, can I get a motion to close? Okay, Tom moved to close. Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, number 7. Open the public hearing with regard to the preliminary budget. Can I get a motion to open?
Moved.
Tom Divany move. Second?
Second.
Brian Donahue, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Wow, this is a first. There is nobody signed up to speak. Oh, Barbara?
Hi. I just want to address the point Jimmy Dean made. My son works for the Highway Department, and he tells us what it's like to try and, pick up leaves in the snow. And I actually did an article about that journalism in my journalism class, and I saw really how hard those guys work. So I just wanted to put things in context, and I wanted to ask how much is the total amount of money that has been paid to the comprehensive plan consultants versus having, making the job of these guys who work so hard in all kinds of weather for us. And I just wanted to compare the numbers. How much money do we spend for the comp plan consultants, which most people in the town, or many in my area, don't want? And how much does it cost to have those 2 days of overtime? So that's my question. Thank you.
Okay, is there anybody else who wants to speak on the preliminary budget? Okay, so,
Moved to close.
no, not close. You want to
We're going to
continue?
continue.
Move to
Continue.
continue.
I should have let you close it. To October 24th.
I make a motion to continue the public hearing for the preliminary budget to October 24th.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Okay. The moment she's been waiting for. Can I get a motion to resume the public hearing of September 26th for the proposed zone change for 90 West Madison Avenue?
Motion.
Is that Brian? Did you make that?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Would anyone like to speak? No? Okay, nobody signed up?
Move to close.
Move to
Move to
close.
close. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, number 11. Adopt the local law amending Chapter 43 to change the zoning for the property at 90 West Madison Avenue in Pearl River. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's done. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thanks for your patience. Okay, here we go. This should be interesting. Okay, so we're gonna move to item 12. Did I skip public comment? Oh, go back to public comment. Oh.
Why, this is a hearing, isn't it?
No, I think, no. We
Oh.
closed the public hearing.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so can I get a motion to open the public portion?
Motion to open the public portion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, once again, we have no one signed up, but if anyone would like to speak for the public comment period, Barbara?
On any topic. I guess it's you,
Yeah.
Barbara.
Barbara Dello Blavelt. Please know that the Dellos are joining so many across the world in praying for those injured, maimed, or killed by bombings in the Middle East, as well as the families of those who are suffering enormous heartache from losing families and homes. So that kind of really puts everything in perspective for me. But then I wanted to also, ask how much it costs for the consultants, the total amount that's been paid out to the consultants. And then I wanted to speak a little bit about overzealous use of regulation and sometimes silly regulations. And I know we live kind of in a toxic political environment, and I know that I have spoken out against many of the things in the comp plan, and of course that affects zoning, and it affects how much building will be done here, which affects real estate people and construction people. However, my family has been sent letters about zoning issues that really were kind of silly 3 different times. One is about a boat in the driveway and then a little like canoe next to it. One is we had the driveway the right width, but it flared out at the bottom and apparently was 3 inches over code. And now my son just got a letter. He had bought a new car. So the new car is registered and the old car is in his driveway. And he got a letter because the old car is now not registered. So it just seems kind of absurd. And then there's the question of clotheslines, which I hope is fixed. But Andy Stewart did promise me the police were not going to come after me if I have a clothesline, because apparently it can't be seen by the road, and I live on a corner house. So I just kind of wanted to say, it's really good you guys are watching the budget and watching Jimmy Dean's spending. But, if you think of the guys working in the town, and then you think of the people dying in the Middle East, these regulations over clotheslines and whether he didn't get rid of his old car fast enough seems a little bit absurd. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. And also, another serious thing is the fentanyl, because I know almost everybody I know, nursing-wise and family members, and fentanyl, that's an important issue that we should be focused on. And I know the police are. Thank you so much.
Okay, anybody else want to speak in the public comment portion? No? Okay, can I get a motion to close?
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now, the best way I know how to do this is to go to page 16. And you see halfway down, there's 2 now, for be it resolved, and then be it further resolved. So we're going to break it into 2. So do I actually make a motion on the first, or just make a motion?
October 24th, 2022. Comment.
And then go to the now therefore be resolved? Yes, although I'm so confused, I don't even know which.
I thought you wanted a separate vote.
I did, because I want to go no on the second one, but I think, okay. Probably makes no sense what I'm doing, voting for one and not the other, but, okay. So we're voting on the now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of Orangetown hereby overrides Rockland County Planning Department from the letter dated October 24, 2022. Okay,
I make a motion that
Thank
we
you.
override.
for that one. Second?
Second.
Okay, I think. we're
They'd like a
gonna
roll
vote
call.
yes. Yes, although I'm completely confused at this point in time.
Yes to the override.
Councilman Paul Valentine.
Yes to the override.
Councilman Jerry Vitari.
Yes for the override.
Councilman Brian Donahue.
Yes for the override.
Supervisor Teresa Kenny.
No. Although I am very confused about what's happening. but-
Okay, number 13.
No, I think we have to do we have to do the second one. That's why I'm saying it's very weird that we're doing.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay,
so, right, so right.
Councilman Tom Divany.
I'm going to vote yes to the override. And a lot of it has to do based on what we got from that plan. They asked a number of questions to the residents of Orangetown. Question 13, thinking about the town as a whole for each of the residential land uses listed below, please indicate whether you think the use should be encouraged, discouraged, no change, or no opinion. 2 to 3 family housing. 70% said, actually 73% said that it should stay the same or no change. Accessory apartments. We had 61%.
There's no accessory apartments in that comp plan.
It
Absolutely
says
not.
right here, the question,
No,
Teresa.
no, I agree, but we took it out of the actual draft. There's no accessory, trust me on that one.
But this is just the questions that were asked.
No, I know.
So I'm just saying these are the responses.
And I'm saying I agree with you, so we took it out of the comp plan, so there's nothing in here about accessory
But
dwelling
I'm
units.
just trying to reflect the will of the
Okay.
people in
Okay.
Orangetown.
I'm not arguing with you,
They
I'm just saying.
consistently said, we don't want 2 to 3 family houses, multifamily houses. They don't want mixed-use developments, residential and commercial. The survey basically says, key findings, most discouraged residential typologies are multifamily housing apartments and 2 to 3 family units. So what comes back is we got a plan that recommends we do this. Some members of the board said we should override that. And then the county comes back and says, how dare you? The county planning board, made up of 9 people, but only 1 person in Orangetown. 4 people from Ramapo on that board. But I spoke to Rob Magrino today. He says it's just 1 person who's telling us that these are the comments that you should consider. 1 person who doesn't live in Orangetown, he lives in New City. So, you know, like the county comes in, they weigh in on our comprehensive plan, but they don't have any skin in the game. They're saying, we want you to do it this way because this is what we want for the county. This is town of Orangetown. I represent the people in the town of Orangetown, and that's why I'm voting for the overrides.
I guess I'm next.
Okay, Councilman Paul Valentine.
I vote yes for the override. I had stated my reasons before. I like Orangetown the way it is. I was voted and elected to try to keep it the way it is, to preserve and protect it, and that's what I'm doing by making the changes to the comp plan. And as I stated last time, if you drive around the county, their planning department has not done a very good job. We've done a much better job in Orangetown. So I stick by my...
Well, that's because everyone's overrunning their comments. Okay.
Councilman Jerry Vittori.
I'll vote yes for the reasons stated.
Councilman Brian Donahue.
I'll vote yes to override. And just a quick comment, I grew up in the city in a small apartment, and my dream has always been to come to the suburbs, to live in somewhere where there's less high density or zero high density housing. However, if you look at the comp plan, this is just a blueprint. So if there are any opportunities for us to invite a responsible developer on something we might agree on, I'm all for that. But as far as the comp plan goes tonight, I'm going to vote to override.
Supervisor Teresa Kenny.
So I'm going to vote no on the override. To be very clear, nothing in this plan required the town to have multifamily housing, okay, or high density, or overdevelopment, or all those hot button words. But, you know, we're often doing zone changes for a 36-unit townhome, and people come in here and scream it's over, you know, development. So I think that what was in there is being completely exaggerated as far as being the Bronx and all those other, you know, crazy terminology. But look, like I said, it's democracy, and the people with the most votes win. So you got it? Okay. So now we're going to go on to adopt the number 13, to adopt the comprehensive plan as amended. So can I get a motion?
I make a motion to adopt the comprehensive plan as amended.
Yeah. Second?
Second.
Okay. I mean, I'm going to vote in favor of it, so I don't know if you need a roll call. I mean, I still think there's enough good in this comp plan to vote for it. There's a lot of really good things in there, so I'm not going to throw out the baby with the bathwater or whatever. So anyway, I don't know if you need a roll call.
No.
No?
We'll vote
Okay.
yes.
So all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Number 14, motion for basically to set the standard workday for Brittany Cordero, who again has taken on extra days' work, so she had to keep a calendar. Motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 15, approve the parking, the addendum to the agreement with LaBerge Group for the additional service related to the parking in South Nyack. Motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
16, approve, authorize the town attorney to sign a settlement document related to a tax certiorari proceeding for 85 South Broadway Realty LLC. Motion?
Motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 17, approve, authorize town attorney to sign the settlement documents related to a tax certiorari proceeding for Minozy Travis Monuments, and that's also a Nyack. Motion?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 18, approve settlement claim of Fadia and Vladimir Jean against the town of Orangetown for $9,500. Motion?
Motion.
Brian Donahue, second. Jerry Vitari, all in favor?
Aye.
Number 19, to authorize to sign a pilot agreement with Rockland Gardens Housing Partners Limited Partnership, Rockland County IDA, Village of Nyack. This is all related to the dreaded affordable housing in Nyack. So I don't think there's anything to us other than we have to approve the pilot. Motion? I'll make a motion.
Why, hold it.
Ask him over there.
It's the Village of Nyack.
Yeah, but
okay?
it has
But
to
it's
do
on
with,
our end of it, maybe?
on our end. I'm sure it has to, it's a pilot, so I think it's on our end.
I don't think we have a choice because they have their own building department and they approve the building.
Related to taxes.
Taxes.
Right.
But normally you draw somebody to build a building by offering them a pilot. It doesn't,
Well,
you don't put
the
the
village
cost.
is also approving it, and the village, the school district is approving it.
You're right.
So we're
So,
approving
like I
our
said,
part of
we
the
don't really
taxes?
have
Yeah.
the choice.
The town is last in line on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a good question. I never saw it where if all the parties don't agree, can they not do it for a pilot?
I've seen the county,
The county opts out.
the county opts out all the time.
Right.
They don't do pilots at all at the county level, so it's only done at town, village, and school district level. That is what, that's out of it, or.
We would have to sign it, yeah. Because it's for each set of taxes.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, I'm just asking. I mean, I know that this was recommended from Brian Kenny. Brian Kenny recommended it, so I didn't really.
Well, I'd like to have Brian Kenny come in here. I'd like to ask him some more questions on
Okay. Want to pull it?
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
wonderful.
I'd like to,
Right. I don't blame you.
the guys.
Okay, we'll pull that one off. 20, designate, install the memorial sign at Depot Place in South Nyack.
Motion.
Motion. Second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 21, approve the funding for the 2023 town leave removal overtime budget. So that again is for this year, in the amount of $230.
Can I comment on that?
You
can
certainly,
do
well,
it.
should we make a motion first, and then we could comment on it, or?
Motion to discuss, Brian. You second it, and then you can comment.
I'll second motion to
Okay.
discuss. Last year, the leaf removal was the biggest complaint I've gotten. I am okay with approving the previous budget that we've had for 20-plus years. And Jimmy Dean has been here for, 35 years and counting, more. I trust Jimmy Dean. He's the expert in the highway department, leaf removal, snow. And with the addition of South Nyack, I think we have to give him the tools and the resources, and which comes down to money, for him to get what he needs to get done. And I'm telling you, as taxpayers complaining to me, this is the one thing that they've noticed the most, was that the leaves were not picked up on time. So I am all for giving you the additional funds to do what you have to do. And that's where I stand on this.
We're discussing it right now.
I mean, unless you want to make a motion, I'm good with the 230. I have my own theory about the whole thing.
Again, it was for 2 days. This whole discussion came because it was for 2 days. 2 days that they get double time. So if they didn't work those 2 days, they could actually work 3 days at time and a half, or 4 days
Yep.
at straight time. And I can't imagine how those 2 days move it back a month. Just, it couldn't happen in my business. If something was delayed for 2 days, And I understand the weather. We have no control over the weather. It could snow in October. It could snow before the end of the thing. We have no control over that. Last year, there was really no snow, and it took a lot longer. And I can't imagine it's because of those 2 days. So I got to be honest, I'm good with the 2:30. But you got 3 other people on the board. Don't do those 2 days.
To make a motion, Tim?
Yeah.
Amend it?
All right, I'm going to make a motion to amend the funding to 260,
And that they don't do it on those 2 days?
and that they don't do it on the day after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, I don't know if we can do that, but okay. I don't know how that works.
I mean, we're trying to get more money
Yeah,
so
no.
they can do it on
No,
different days.
I'm not disagreeing with you, I'm just saying I don't know how that works legally, if we can say how it gets used, but,
Well, if they do it on one day, then they only get time and a half, is my understanding. Which is regular overtime, and I'm fine with that, but if they do it on 2 days.
Didn't Jimmy say they didn't do it on Friday last year?
yes.
Right?
He said that, yeah.
What was the
Started
funding
with
last
So
year?
somehow, if it was
2:30.
done- if it was done last year,
They started a week later, working overnight, over hours. They work the week before they start working longer days, so they started a week later, I think, last year to make up for that, so they still could work the Friday.
can't they spend it how they see fit?
We can't.
You know, I guess we can say it, I don't know. I just don't know legally if it's,
How about we make the
but
motion
this is not,
and
this is,
encourage him?
All right. All right, so
Is that fair, Jim?
motion to increase the funding to 260 with encouragement not to do it the day after Thanksgiving and that Saturday also.
And I second that.
okay, all in favor? Aye. That was good. Okay, number 22, nice easy one, accept a donation of the little library down by the Girl Scouts at the Cherry Brook Park.
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. And that was very cute of them, 2 girls.
That is.
Sounds like they did a great
Yeah,
job.
Yeah, and I actually have a bunch of books I gotta bring over there. Okay, approve the award, the contract to Pat Corsetti for the Elizabeth Place Park Playground Project in South Nyack. Motion?
Motion. I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Accept the donation of 2 benches. Bench number 1 for Olivia, much love from Mima, and for Charlotte, much love from Mima. Very cute. Motion?
Moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 25, accept a grant from New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee. It's for $17,922. That's for the police department. Motion?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 26, approve an agreement with DebtBook for a subscription of a software for a year. Motion?
Motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going to combine and approve items number 28 to 33. Very good. Okay, can I get a motion to combine and approve?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. On the audit. Yes, I was going to tell you that during the thing, but I didn't, are we 100%? I was going to say, because I heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who? Relihan, Morton Relihan. Sean. And the sister is,
Thanks, Jeff.
you might not know her. They're from, she was a realtor.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, they were safe and sound on the property. And that's, her daughter's my daughter's age, 28, 29, the younger one.
Oh, my God.
Okay, the audit for tonight consists of 2 warrants for $1.3 million. Items of interest, number 1, CSEA Employee Benefit Fund, $34,000 for dental benefits. Number 4, Department of Civil Service, $926,000 for healthcare benefits. Number 2, Atlantic Salt, $81,000 for highway salt purchases. Number 5, Fanshawe, $89,000 for new town hall electrical. Number 6, Goosetown Electronics, or Enterprises, $43,000 for police leases. Number 9, Schultz Ford, $125,000 for 3 new building department vehicles. Number 11, Troon Golf, $190,000 for the golf course maintenance contracts. And number 12, Vanis Construction, $407,000 for the new town hall GC. Any questions on the audit?
No. Motion to accept the audit?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
He moved, he seconded. One of them did, okay. Mr. Town Attorney, we need an executive session? We can, yeah, I guess we could quickly talk about the sale of land, okay. So we're gonna go into executive session, we're not gonna vote on anything when we come out. We do have a couple of adjournments. We have Paul Finney, the third, he was a retired Orangetown Town Justice here for many years. And then we just added Moira Quinn, a resident of Pearl River. Okay, so can I get a motion to go into executive session?
I make a motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.